Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the ambition to rebuild the Demon Realm, Strength Towa, and basically just how good she is after her Extreme Z Awakening in DBZ Dokkan Battle. Now she is a free-to-play unit, which always makes things interesting, but I think she's a pretty good one. Dragon Ball Heroes category lead of 77%, 50% strength type lead, that's not the important part. Greatly raises defense for 1 turn and attack for 1 turn. She has attack and defense of 200%, an additional attack and defense of 150% when performing a super. High chance of evading the enemy's attack as a second or third attacker in the turn. An additional evasion chance of 5% up to 15% with each attack evaded. All allies get 30% attack and defense when there are another 3 or more extreme class allies on the team. All allies get attack and defense of 15% additional for 2 turns after the character evades 3 or more attacks in battle when there's another 3 or more extreme class category allies on the team, and then an additional attack and defense of 100% when performing a super attack, and all allies key +2 attack and defense of 20, and changes AGL key spheres to strength key spheres when all allies in the turn are Dragon Ball Heroes or crossover category. Very, very Towa mindset when it comes to links. Demonic Power, Solid Support, Battlefield Diva, Master of Magic, Thirst for Conquest, Scientist, Sharing the Limit. It's a link set that works great with other Dragon Ball Heroes style units. Not so much with different ones, but still pretty good for her. Categories are Battle the Wits, Crossover, Demonic Power, Dragon Ball Heroes, Pepe Gals, Resurrected Warriors, Siblings Bond, Terrifying Conquerors, and Time Travelers. Overall, I think Towa is pretty good. What I really like about her is her support capabilities. I genuinely find that she is incredibly good. So I think overall she is really solid. One thing I think that Towa does really well is fulfills the role that you probably want to give her. She has that high evasion in the second or third slot. The way she functions as a unit means that you're just going to want to leave her there. You're not really going to want to kind of run her in a different position. In that second, third slot, she has a lot of good capabilities, and I think, like for me overall, one thing I will say is that I think she fulfills her role really well in that second, third slot. Personally, depending on your units, I would probably say ideally you're focusing in on her being in the third slot. It does just make a little bit more sense overall. But I do understand that for some people that may not be the case. So for some people they may rather aspire to use her in the second slot, and I think that's, more than fine overall. So yeah, I definitely think there is that aspect to her that is very good. And I think overall it leaves her in a very solid position. So I'm really quite impressed with how well she does as a unit. Damage wise, with the full rotation being extreme, she can also sit in a very good position, sitting at like 11 million, which I think is very impressive. But then she also has a lot of other capabilities, like for example, she has a very strong support. She has 2-turn support, she can have 65% evasion, and she also gives significant support on the rotation as well, which is also very good. So all of these aspects of her I think are excellent to a large degree, and I think for me overall she is one of those units that I find, at least on the premise, functions incredibly well in the role that she's been given. One thing I will say, in terms of build, you probably want to build her full evasion. 65% is pretty good. If you give her 30% evasion, that gives her something like an effective 76-77% evasion rate, which is honestly not bad. When you couple that with a really good start of turn defense, which is like around 270k, and you couple that with the fact that she greatly raises defense whilst also giving herself 100% defense on super, I think you can find that she does a really good job overall. From that perspective, like she can really hold it down quite well. So I think in that regard, I'm more inclined to say that she looks really solid. I do think, functionally speaking, she's a great support unit and a great free-to-play unit because I think they've designed her very well. But yeah, with that being said, very happy with the Towa. I think overall prioritizing her links isn't really what you should do. Mainly just because with a unit like Towa, prioritizing links is not necessarily necessary. Because obviously her links are a little bit difficult to get, and she and other Towas and things like that are mainly support units. Like, yes, you can run her into Towa, but then you're just kind of doubling up on sports. You're not really doubling up on the really good units that you want to do damage or tank, etc. All in all, she's really cool. I think she does her job great, and she's a fantastic free-to-play unit that overall I think is a really excellent and well-designed unit that I think a lot of people will enjoy using. But that's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, bye.